Hello, good evening. How are you?
Good evening, teacher.
Oh,
Sure.
good evening. Can you listen to me?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, that's good. How's it, everything?
Yes, there is good on here, but there is a
Nice.
lot of hot in Santa here in Santa Cruz. The weather is so hot.
I imagine there is tropical area. Here is cold. Not too cold. Yesterday was crazily cold, but today was just okay. Okay, um, we're gonna start with the lesson right now. We have many things to do. Yesterday we were, oh sorry, the last class we're talking about clothing, clothes, right? And now we're gonna talk about something different. It's gonna be about food. Mm, but let me share, please, with you the. I don't know if you can see. There we go. Well, okay. Mm, Okay, different food, different flavors. Chinese hot pot. In this lesson, we're gonna learn to talk about Chinese hot pot. Basically, how can you describe this kind of food? What can you see, or what do you expect about this first picture?
Okay, maybe there is a soap
Hmm?
and it has a flame within in the middle, I think, and there is I think it's spicy food. I think.
Yes, looks like, right? Because of the orange and reddish
Yes.
color, just seems spicy food. Because they eat a lot of spicy food, right? I think they told me some Korean people, especially in Asia, they eat a lot of. Do you like spicy food?
Yes, I really like spicy. That's that's really good. I
Okay,
really
it's hot. Yes, we say hot food, right? When it's spicy, still very hot. We don't say it's very spicy. Sometimes we say, but usually in order to say to refer that or to talk about that, we say hot, right? Wow, it's too hot, very hot. Okay. Well, but I don't know if you tried, if you have seen this one. This is a hot pot. Um, but this is about Chinese food, right? And what do you think? Over here we have some phrases, okay? Words and phrases you may want to use, like meat, pork, beef, lamb. You know all of them, and maybe something else. Usually it's mixed, right? Mixed of different kind of meat. Well, of course, we will remember some vocabulary related to vegetables, meat, um, something like that, and expressions such as, I mean, some of the adjectives talking about flavor, how to describe this flavor, if it's spicy, right? If it's sour or sweet, I don't know, something like that. But of course, I don't know. Maybe you have tried that.
Yes, I tried maybe Chinese food or Asian food. Uh, yes, that kind of food has a lot of, especially seafood. I think I think it is the way to
Mhm.
call it.
Seafood
Like
like shrimp.
yes, fish. I don't know how to say camarones.
Yes,
Cameron.
shrimp. Yes, shrimp. Shrimp is shrimp, right? I will write here. Sorry, this one, right? Shrimp. Yeah,
Shrimp.
like you
Yeah.
mean seafood, right? And how about just that makes me think about ceviche. Is it popular in Santa Cruz or maybe only in La Paz?
No, it's not popular here. Maybe there is not a lot of Peruvian food, but I think it's common in La Paz because they are near from Peru.
Hmm. Yeah, we are close to Peru. Yeah, that's why there is very common to find some ceviches, seafood, right? But not all. Of course, there are different kind of food. Chinese, I mean, maybe probably you had tried something similar, but of course not that, right? It's a Peruvian food.
Yes, I didn't eat ceviche, but I really liked it. And I found some restaurant that offers ceviche, but I think they are not very good to be a good ceviche to enjoy it really well. I think.
Yes, because ceviche is common here. Of course, in Santa Cruz, possibly. It depends, depending on who prepares that. Okay, maybe because of the weather can be a bit different.
Ah, yes, maybe because of that. Here in Santa Cruz, there is not a lot of seafood restaurants. I think maybe
Yeah,
that
I imagine. But have you tried maybe feijoada?
feijoada. Ah, yes, yes. There here in Santa Cruz, there is a lot of restaurants that offers feijoada. I think it does also for the same reason in the past. We are near from
To
Brazil,
Brazil.
so
Hmm.
there is a lot of Brazilians here in Santa Cruz. In the universities, there's a lot of Brazilian. I have friends from Brazil, so they are very good people.
Great. And also, I heard that many people in Santa Cruz speak Portuguese.
I I know people that speak Portuguese, but I don't know if there's a lot of people that
Okay.
speak that language.
Yeah, but do you understand? I think you know, right, a bit of Portuguese.
And it's easy to understand the Portuguese, but I think it's harder to speak than to listen.
Yeah, I do. I speak a bit, but I need to practice a lot.
That's
I have
interesting.
learned Portuguese in with one application, which is um, what is that? Duolingo.
Duolingo, yes, that's a good application. I was trying to learn some other languages on Duolingo, but I didn't finalize any of them.
Yeah, because of the time, right?
Yes,
Sometimes when we work, it's a difficult thing
yes,
to do many
there
things.
is no time for. Yes,
Sure.
I would really like to do other things, but there's no time. I think that's
Yeah,
the life. That's the life to be an athlete.
yeah. Even when I remember when I started to work, I was not able to read books. In the past, I used to read a lot of books, just 2 or 3 books a month. But now I think I don't do in just any book a month. Sometimes maybe I finish in a half year or something like that.
That's
Oh,
sad.
it is. It is. That's life, also, as you said. And let's go through the sentences. Pay attention to the words in red. Let's read. You will read the first part, letter A, and I'm gonna read letter B. Let's start, please.
Okay, it's it's kind of cold outside. Let's have hot pot for dinner.
A good diet should include plenty of fresh vegetables.
Breakfast is served at the restaurant between 7 a.m. and 9 a.m.
Nothing can be worse than a veggie meal for a meat lover.
I know a restaurant which serves fine roast lamb.
Okay. Do you like roast lamb, asado de cordero?
Uh, I didn't prove the roast lamb, but I proved a soup of lamb, maybe.
You tried like yes, lamb soap is. I don't remember the name of that, but over here is very common. Oh, timpu. We say timpu.
Ah, yes, I think it's simple. Yes, I really like it. Yeah, it's better in the mornings.
Yeah,
Haven't you?
very early, right? Over here is possible to find out. When I was working in the mine, because I used to work in a mine here, as we have a lot of mountains. At 3 a.m., we used to eat that timpu de cordero. 3 a.m. in the morning. It's very early.
Yes, with the cold and with that soap would be
Yeah, it's perfect. It's perfect.
yeah.
Okay, let's write here. What do we have here in this number two? What do you think is
Fresh vegetables.
fresh vegetables, right? Fresh vegetables. And the next one,
Um, hmm, hot pot, I think.
yes. Oh, sorry. Hot pot. Yeah, Chinese hot pot, right?
Yes. Um, and maybe forest meat lover
Meat lover. I don't
or
think so.
maybe and maybe it's a salam. Sorry.
Yes, lamb, right? Or roast lamb. Lamb. And the next one is cheese.
It's meat lover. Yes, because she's thinking about meat.
Yeah, meat lover. I think in Santa Cruz, people is they are meat lovers, right?
Yes, we usually make
Barbecue.
yes, a barbecue at the weekends. Um, maybe on Sundays. The families always maybe it's like a tradition to make a barbecue, on Sunday.
Yeah, I hear that. It's very common. That's good. That's good. Because in La Paz, usually, how can I say? I don't know if the word is greed, but usually people don't like to spend money. Only some families. It's very different, you know. Um, yeah, it's completely different in La Paz.
They don't eat a special food in Sunday maybe or
Yeah,
weekends.
sometimes, but not all families. Only some people. It's not very common. Usually, people want to save money, try the cheapest one, and that's the I don't know the way of thinking here. It's a bit different.
It's like to say tacaño.
Yes, most of the people are like that. Yeah, it's very sad, but it's like that. It's what it is here. It's um, yeah, but because I think it's the opposite way of thinking in Santa Cruz is completely different, right? And over here, people, but also it doesn't have good results because if that could be the case, you can say, wow, people must have a lot of money, but not really, not really. I don't know. There's not very dynamic here, like in Santa Cruz.
Could
Um,
be,
but it depends. I think the most it's very busy, but yeah, depending. There are some places also, but most of the families are like that here. Usually they don't travel a lot. They just stay at home and yeah, something like that. Or if they travel, they go to the countryside and that's it. Not to the parks, not to do barbecues. But They spend money in parties for dancing, a lot of money. Usually, when
Yes.
it's very
in, in
common.
in the chalets, I think.
Ah, yes, also here in El Alto is very luxurious and crazy chalets. There are chalets that costs until $4 million.
$4 million.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's like palace, like castles. Even
Yes.
one chalet is with a heliport. Yeah, the Cholita is planning to buy her own helicopter in the future. Yeah,
I
it's
think
crazy.
that's yeah, I think it's crazy. Here in Santa Cruz, I think it's a little different. Maybe if you want to enjoy or to go to a party, you go just simply go to maybe to a house or with friends or in a place or karaoke or
Hmm.
some little places. They're not very luxurious, maybe,
Yeah.
but it's simply. But they had a lot of fun. I don't go to the parties. I don't like it, but I go to parks and to travel near towns, maybe,
Hmm.
or a motorcycle to travel to go to the city, maybe to distract my mind. I think
Yeah. Yeah,
you
over
should
here is very
go to
different.
Santa Cruz.
Here, people distract their minds drinking beer, a
Yes,
lot of beer.
yeah, yes. And on weekends they drink a lot. I think on Fridays
Yeah,
or Saturdays.
yeah, a lot, a lot. When they drink over here is crazy. Like you cannot drink. Yeah, you can have to drink like water, beer. Like anyway. But it depends also, right? There are some group of people that not
Mm,
act, they don't act like that, but some other people they do definitely. As you said, the
yes.
chalets and parties, they dance morenada. To dance in morenada is very expensive. It's not cheap.
Yes, it's curious because the old people still going to parties in La Paz, I think.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But here in Santa Cruz, the old people usually don't go out on nights. Maybe they don't want to go out to parties or nothing of
Over
that.
here, the contrary is usually old people go the most to the parties.
Maybe because of they have money.
Yeah, probably, probably. Yeah, it's very different. It's very different. So the culture, the way of thinking. Usually they say they must end up with money, right? But of course not with everyone, but many people look for that. They have their compadres. There's a way of just a pattern of how you have to behave in society. You cannot get divorced because people will judge you. It doesn't matter if you fight because that's very it's very different, I can say. Yeah, it's a different culture because the most important thing I think is how the people think about them. It doesn't matter how. Yeah, of course, I think in different places are different people too, but in La Paz is a bit extreme sometimes, depending. It depends on where also, but it's very different also if we compare La Paz with El Alto.
Mm,
El
yes,
Alto is so different. Is a bit
yes.
is very dangerous also some areas. Have you been in El Alto?
No, but I heard a lot of. I have friends who lives on La Paz and who lives on El Alto, and they say some things about El Alto, maybe a bit about the people that is um, a little aggressive in some cases. I don't know, but they say
Yeah,
that.
It's, for example, in El Alto, in a party, tourists cannot survive
Mm.
because there's a kind of they don't accept some certain of people, if I can say. They will want to fight or whatever. It's it's a bit tough. There's usually people are not open mind here.
Mm.
Usually, transsexuals and gay people are killed in El Alto, or there's no chance to see people in El Alto like that.
Maybe a little racist.
A bit, yes, can be racist, right? Racism is also possible, but many people think also that Santa Cruz and El Alto have a big confrontation, right? But it's not real. Only they say some certain of things, but people usually are never together, right? Because it's very far from Santa Cruz, and I can say that very few people go to El Alto from Santa Cruz.
Yes, if I go to La Paz, I will be scared. I will be a little scared to be in El Alto because of all the things I heard of.
Yeah, it is because also there are a lot of Peruvian people in El Alto.
Peruvian. But
Peruvian,
Peru, good people. I know Peruvians, and they are good. But that's
but depending on where they are from.
also
Yeah,
yes.
if you compare with Lima, it's very different. But if you talk about other areas, it's also is a bit tough, very tough.
Mm,
Yeah,
maybe.
but you should go. You can take a tour. By the way, did I mention that I'm a tour guide?
No, no. You were at the tour guide.
Yeah, I'm a tour guide. I'm a tour guide, English tour guide for 7 years. I usually do walking city tour, the cable car tours. I do um, in this case we do foodies. It's like a food tour. We do cholets of El Alto and private tours, VIPs from the airport to the airport, different kind of tours. La Paz is very touristic. We have a lot of tourists that comes from all over the world, but
Oh,
including El Alto. Also, I used to work in the mountains with tourists, with different people from different countries as well. So yeah, I'm still a tour guide in my free times. Now, right now, I cannot do many tours because there's not also many tourists. But in the past, I used to be very busy every single day doing tours. Sometimes doing the walking city tour, sometimes cable car, doing, as I mentioned, the cholets in El Alto. Yeah, it's interesting to work with that.
oh, wow. It's
Yeah,
a
if
way
you
to
can,
know a lot of people, I think.
yeah. In La Paz, and El Alto, we are 2 million people, 2.1 or 2.2 million people. But of course, less than in Santa Cruz. In Santa Cruz, I think you are more than 3 million people.
Yes.
It's the second largest city, right? If you compare with Santa Cruz, La Paz and El Alto are big together.
I think La Paz is very touristic, more than Santa Cruz. I
Yeah,
think
it is.
places.
A lot of
There,
museums.
yes, museums.
Tiwanaku is there. Here, the Lake Titicaca, the mountains.
Yes,
Um,
I would really like to go to see and to maybe to make a touristic trip, maybe a
mhm.
vacation, but I didn't go yet.
Sure, you can come. We have also the Dead Road, right? Biking, La
Yes,
Carretera de la
I would
Muerte.
like to do that. The road.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. I used to go biking. Like it's very bumpy. While you're riding your bike, it's bumpy. Like woo, 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 woo. So
Yes,
some places you put your camera on your helmet. You have to know a bit also first aid. First aid. I am also. I used to teach first aid, first assistance when they have some accidents. There are sometimes there are some very hard accidents. Especially they have some brain strokes because of the, because of the altitude. Some people have some seizures, like seizures or ataque, not attacks. It's like desmayos, okay, or sometimes even uh, brain strokes. Like they get paralyzed because they don't have enough oxygen. It's crazy. Usually when they move from the sea level to directly to El Alto.
Oh, I think
Yeah,
it could be dangerous. With,
yeah, but yeah, it depends, especially for people who live at sea level. But Santa Cruz, I think, is not very deep, right? It's 400 meters, maybe.
it's 300 meters. I think.
300 meters, yeah. But some people come from zero level, 0 meter.
See, from the coast.
Yeah,
Uh, yeah.
that's for them is crazy. Also, for people from Santa Cruz, I think is the altitude affects a lot. It's we call it soroche, right? They have to drink soroche pills here.
Coca
Coca leaf,
coca tea.
coca tea, yes. They must
Coca tea.
chew coca and drink
Yes.
a lot of water.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, let's keep going.
Okay.
Uh, we're only talking about La Paz and people. I don't know. But conversation setting here we have. Okay, there is Kate, an American girl, and her Chinese friend Limi. There is in Limi's apartment talking about tonight's dinner plan. Let's see what they decide to eat for dinner. This is the conversation and comprehension. I don't know. Maybe we can pretend to be them and read this one. You can change the name. Hi, David. Let's go out for dinner. What do you want to eat?
Anything that doesn't take a lot of time to cook. I'm so hungry.
Let's get some hot pot then.
Hot pot? I've heard of that. It's it's very popular here, right?
Yes, people here in C1 just love it. You can order different kinds of fresh vegetables and meat and then put them into a pot to cook. Okay. The question is, why doesn't Kate want to eat something that takes a long time to cook?
She doesn't want to eat something that takes a long time to cook because she is so hungry. So she wants to eat fast.
Yes, right. She's so hungry. According to Limi, what kind of food can be ordered for hot pot?
Um, they can order different kinds of fresh vegetables and meats. And yes, maybe.
Yeah, also they can cook, right? They can also cook.
Yes.
Mhm. And the second part of the conversation, um, let's keep continue. I think the role was sorry. Oh, my computer is again. But let's read.
Okay.
Um,
Okay, that sounds good. What kind of meat do they serve? You know, I'm a meat lover.
lamb, beef, and fish. You can get whatever you want. I'm sorry. I'm gonna open one more time, please. My computer gets sometimes that happens. And maybe I because I opened too many slides. That's why. Let me open one more time, please. Executive English A14. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Yes, this is the one that I was looking for. and we're working with conversation activities. I'm gonna look the videos for this. I think I hope I'll be able to find it out. It must be American English. Okay, lamb, beef, and fish. You can get whatever you want.
Okay. What about drinks? Is there a special drink that goes with hot pot?
Yes, most restaurants offer plum juice. Some even offer it for free.
Right. I haven't tried it before. Let's go.
Okay. Based on the conversation, which of the following has Kate never tried before? Can you remember?
Mhm. The plum juice.
Plum juice. Yes, most restaurants offer plum juice. Yeah. Do you know what is plum juice?
I know I didn't hear that before.
Yeah, right. Mm, yeah, but I'm not very sure about the fruit.
Plum.
Yeah, of course. Plum. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It is ciruelo, right?
Ah, yes,
Plum.
that's
Yes,
plum.
plum juice. Have you? Is it possible? Is it common here to try that kind of juice?
Sorry, teacher. My dogs.
Possible to try that here there in Santa Cruz? Plum juice?
No, I didn't know that it was possible to make juice from
Yeah,
plum.
yeah, right. It's for me also. It sounds very new. Plum juice. Over here is it also popular to drink cochinchi there in Santa Cruz?
No, actually, yes, this common here in Santa Cruz.
You drink a lot of soda, juice.
Not really. Maybe more water than other drink.
Okay.
Maybe water, or if it's a drink, maybe a Powerade. When I'm dehydrated, it,
Yeah, dehydrated.
the hydrated. Yes, yes.
Dehydrated. You drink water and yeah, but you have a lot of fruit. Over here, there's nothing. We have only potato and chuño. No, of course we have some fruit.
Here, yeah, yeah, yes, there's a lot of fruits, but not a great variety. I think the most of them come from Cochabamba. To,
Ah, yes, because it's an agricultural center. They, yeah, like vegetables, right? Onions, potato, corn,
here in Santa Cruz, they don't really pro-
produce.
yes, they don't produce a lot of fruits. Yes,
Yeah, maybe that comes from Chapare, right?
yes,
El Chapare.
Chapala. Yes, I work on that place at a certain time with my uncle,
Ah,
and
okay.
yes, they are from there, and yes, they produce a lot of fruits. All the fruits they produce comes directly to Santa Cruz.
Great, like bananas, I think.
Yes,
I don't know,
banana,
many things, right?
orange, all the fruits. I think maybe most of them come from Cochabamba.
I can imagine. Okay, there's kind of conversation that we're gonna talk. Um, okay, it's gonna be like this. Hi David, what kind of typical Chinese food do you like?
I like hot pot. I don't know what else to say. I really like hot pot because there is a strange soup with a lot of uh, meats and vegetables. What about you?
Yeah, I like. Yeah, that makes me think about one dish we eat here is picana. Have you tried that?
Picana? Yes, I have tried. I have tried the picana. Once my mother prepared it for Christmas. I think
Yeah,
it's a Christmas dish on La Paz.
Yeah, definitely. It's very. How do you think? What's your opinion about that dish?
Mm, I didn't really like it the first time. Here in Santa Cruz, the tradition is to make a barbecue for
Oh
Christmas.
yeah,
A barbecue for every celebration here. So I think that's the different dish. I was like what the Christmas dishes are so good. How could be this possible? I think, well, yes, I'm more acostumbrado. I don't know how to say.
yeah. You are accustomed to, or you are
Yes,
used to.
I used to prove different dishes for Christmas.
Sure. Do you consider yourself a meat lover?
Meat lover. Not really. I really enjoy maybe a salad with a little meat, but not especially meat. I know
Maybe.
people like my brother. He really likes meat. I don't know. I don't know.
Okay, maybe some. Do you like to try some salads with plantains? You know, right? Plantain is postre. Over, sorry, we say it's a bit confusing because in La Paz we say plátano to banana, and right, this is and plantain we say to postre here. I don't know how about in Santa Cruz?
Post how
Yeah,
the fruit like a postre? Oh,
no, no, not really.
uh,
It's because there is two, right? There is one banana, right? The banana, the fruit to eat, and the other one is to cook, right?
yes, the plátano. Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, to cook.
Yes.
But
Yes,
in this case, it's the fruit. This is the fruit, right? And the other one is the plantain is to cook.
yes. Yeah, yes. I really like the plantain. Plantain. Yes.
Yeah, plantains. But over here is people say postre, and
Postre.
yes, and to banana they say plátano.
What? That's weird. I didn't heard that kind to of name the plantain like
Yeah,
postre.
yes, it's interesting because they say postre. If you say, "Can you cook, please, plátano?" They will say, "Are you crazy? Do you want to cook this fruit?" They will say,
No.
"No, no way." They will never understand.
So the correct way to ask for a plátano is to say to ask for
Postre.
postre.
Yes.
That's I didn't heard that. That's new for me. Uh, wow.
Yeah.
I
If
really
you,
like plantain. There's a dish that's is to cook a plantain with I don't know how to say mote
it's
or
corn.
corn. Yes, corn and potatoes and meat under the ground. I think
Oh yeah.
I
We
think
call
think
here that pampaku.
pampaco.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's
yes, it's pampaco. Yes, it's pampaco. I really like it.
yeah, sure. It's very delicious, right?
Yes, that's a delicious food.
Sure. Yeah, we are talking about a lot about food, and I'm hungry now.
Yes, I didn't have dinner yet.
Yeah, me too. Okay. Anyway, this is about the conversation. For example, Limi and Kate, her American friend, talk about what to eat for dinner. Kate wants to eat something that is quick to cook. Limi suggests hot pot. Hot pot restaurant serves different kinds of fresh vegetables. And okay, can you retell the story maybe based on this, but your own version?
Okay, retell the story,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah,
Okay.
in your own words, but you have kind of aid here. You have some ideas. It doesn't matter where from which which point you start. The thing is that you have to retell the story, or remember, or something.
Okay. Okay. There is two friends, and one is from China, and the other one is an American. He's from America, sorry. And I don't know, Kate wants to eat something that has meat on it because she's a meat lover, and she asks her friend Limei to uh, what kind of food they can eat that night. So Lee May suggest hot pot, and the hot pot is a kind of soup with some meat vegetables and meat, lamb meat and fishes and some of those kind of meats. And Kate is agree with Lee May, and as also for juice. And Limay says that some restaurants offer plum juice uh, with the hot pot because it's the tradition. And they agree and they go to dinner.
Yeah, the plum juice sounds really delicious. Mhm. Okay, that's good. Now we're gonna talk about. She's American, we say, right? She's American, and also don't forget the pronunciation of this one. It's plum, right? It's like a
Plum.
plum. She's American. Always, when we refer to a nationality, we always will start with an uppercase letter, right? American. Um, sorry, American, right? When we talk about also a language, we always will start with a capital letter. Okay, like let's say English, always will be with capital letter. It doesn't matter if it's up in the middle or Spanish, right? Just in order to remember something, American, even Chinese, right? Will be always with a capital letter. That's it. So we were talking about some things or vocabulary related. I think we already learned or remember some of the vocabulary related to vegetables, meat, right? Kind of veggie. You know what is veggie, right? Veggie is people usually. There are some differences, right? If we refer to vegetarians and veggies, right? We say in Spanish, veganos and vegetarianos. Right? I think. What do you know? What's the difference among them?
Vegans and vegetarians.
Yes.
Um, uh, no, I don't know what is the difference between the two of them.
Yeah. Usually, vegetarians they don't eat any animal, right?
Mhm.
And the same, vegans do the same. Uh, don't eat meat. Yes, and vegetarians, but vegans the same. Don't eat meat. But also vegans don't wear or use animal products. That's the
Mhm.
difference. It's animal products. Nothing
Okay.
that's related to animals. Okay. But if you find out a vegetarian, they will use maybe a leather jacket, right? It's made of animal. It's crazy.
It doesn't have sense.
Yeah, but they don't eat meat, but they can use a belt, a leather belt or something like that. But vegans, no, vegans forget about it. They won't try it. Never. They say, I don't know how much, but it's a big difference, right? Vegetarians and vegans.
Yes, and maybe it's a little confused about it, about the two concepts. I knew that there were a difference between those, but I didn't know what is that. Doesn't need animal products or the other one that it needs.
Yeah, usually they don't. They're very, I can say, extremists, right?
Sorry,
Vegans.
teacher,
But
I got to open the door for my
sure,
sister.
okay,
I
don't
come back
worry.
in a minute. Sorry.
Okay, don't worry, it's okay.
Sorry, teacher.
Don't worry, it's okay. Yeah, there is interesting things that, but in Bolivia, I think there are some, right? There are some vegans and vegetarians. But
Yeah.
talking about tourists, most of the people used to be, many people are vegetarians. But they are, in Bolivia, it's difficult to survive, especially in La Paz, for them because there are very few restaurants that serve vegetarian food here.
Mm.
In El Alto is almost zero. You cannot find a restaurant that is vegetarian.
I know here in Santa Cruz, there are several restaurants or vegetarian restaurants. I know there is even a supermarket that is only vegetarian food or vegetarian products.
Mhm. Yeah,
Yeah.
also here in La Paz, but not many, some of the restaurants. But imagine in El Alto, they cannot survive because they won't find even food, everything will be with chicken, with, meat, with lamb, with fish, and that's it. So no option to be a vegetarian in El Alto. You cannot survive. In society in general, if you go to a party, no, come on, forget about that. You cannot find a vegetarian food.
Yes,
Yeah.
no, I think here in Santa Cruz there is, I think in several restaurants you got the vegetarian menu, so you can
Mhm.
eat maybe find you can find food with meat, and there's a section with vegetarian food, and you can choose. I have a friend that takes me to those restaurants, and he orders always search for looks for the vegetarian section. Sweet.
Probably yes. But over here, not no, it's not very common. I think in La Paz maybe there are like four restaurants in total for 1 million people, vegetarian restaurants, and that's it. Mm, it's difficult, but even of that is very touristic place. La
Okay,
Paz.
yes, I know that.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay, and we're gonna continue with more topic. The second one that's a bit related with that, but let me open please. This is 2.1 A14. Okay. Yeah, we will continue talking about food, by the way. You mentioned that on weekends people do this one, right? In Santa Cruz. It's very popular. different food, different flavors. Have a barbecue. Okay, now we're gonna talk about something related to barbecue, something related to, also steak. There are some places here to eat. If you come to La Paz, you can come to the Argentinian house. It's La Casa Argentina. I don't know if it's possible to find that the same one in Santa Cruz. It's very popular for meat lovers. And also the other one is the steak house for tourists. It's international. The steak house is only usually barbecues and different kind of meat. It's possible to find out here some those kind of foods. But I don't know in Santa Cruz. I went once to La Casa del Camba.
Yes, but La Casa del Camba is not so good, in my opinion. It's not. It's
Maybe
not.
in the past, right now is they have a lot of there are a lot of restaurants better than that maybe.
No, I know a lot of restaurants, but there is the Caras. Las, when in Friday, on Fridays you can find a lot of restaurants that offer Caras and
Mhm.
barbecues. I know a lot of restaurants that offers that. Now I'm realizing that I know a lot of restaurants, but there's a lot when where you can find maybe my favorite. One of my favorites is the the tetonas. That's the name. Where there is
Okay.
a lot of it with meat and el buen gusto and I know there's a last one. El El Compadre sí, is the name, and it's the biggest one in Santa Cruz. It's
Wow.
an I don't know how to say galpon,
Yeah, just
but here
with a rooftop. Okay.
there's a square. Then maybe almost the entire square is the place. A lot of
Wow.
galpones to place together, and it's interesting because there is a galpon or a place where you can be with the drinking ones and other place to the families there is so there is a slow music silence to be with family and there is a place for upstairs for the young ones and there is music and it's interesting it is a great place.
Wow. By the way, galpon is shit. Okay, but don't miss under here. So this one
Sounds
shit. That sounds crazy. Right? Not a good word, right? This is like that. The shit. It's a shit. D. I mean. Okay. Maybe can be a kind of garage, but it's not a garage, right? Specifically, it's shit.
shit
Shit. Yes.
with the D at the
Yeah, not with
end.
Okay. What are these barbecue foods? Can you guess it?
Maybe fish, and chicken, corn, and I don't know how to say costillas,
Ribs.
ribs. Okay, there is pork ribs.
Yes, right. And corn on cob. Wow, I never tried this one. Chicken wings, alitas.
Wings and fish. And the corn on the cob. Corn on the cob. What is the meaning picture of corn on the cob? The cob.
I think it's chocolate al horno or something like that.
Okay.
But
I proved that. I think we put the corn with some I don't know how to say mantequilla.
Ah,
mustard.
yes.
I don't know.
No, butter.
Yes, with butter and some onion,
Okay.
and that's really really good.
Yeah, I think corn on the cob is like maíz en la mazorca or something like that.
Okay, yes, como maíz entero.
Yes, yes. Because that's mazorca, right? The entire.
Yes, even
But
in the
it's
universities, they sell an entire corn on the cob with butter, and you can eat that a lot of
oh
places.
wow.
It's very popular.
Here no, we don't have corn. We only have potato.
Yes, there's a lot of
Everything is about
dishes.
potato and chuño here, and of course we have some others, but not very popular, not very common on the streets. We have like sarta, we have like pollo broster, like timpu, and those things. But yeah, everything. For example, even when I don't know if it's possible there, when someone is in love, they say camote, right? Is it the same there?
Yes.
Right? Está camote, like sweet potato, right? This is in English is sweet potato, right? Yeah, of
Sweet
course, some
potato.
expressions. Yeah, you can say
Sweet,
I'm a sweet potato, or
okay.
somebody can say he's a sweet potato. She's
Sweet potato. I didn't hear that expression.
also they use the expression of yuca, right? But in English is yaka.
Mm,
Do we say yuca when it's drunk? Is it common? Is it the same in Santa Cruz?
no,
They
it's
say
like yema.
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 Over here is estoy yuca when I'm very drunk.
No, here is that one is yema or some or that durísimo or
Now over here is yuca. Okay, the next day is chaki. I don't know if there is like that.
chaki.
Chaki,
No?
yes, with the over, it will hang over, right? In English, we say hang over,
Hangover like resaca.
resaca, yes. But over here they say chaki. Even
Uh,
they invented a pill. It's called chaki taps
chaki
for
taps.
yes for hangover. It's a pill they you can drink.
No, I didn't heard that
That
bill.
expression.
No,
Yeah, there are different expressions here that are very interesting. Even to name things also.
yes.
Okay, let's keep going. There is a matching game. Let's start reading the letter A, please.
Okay. I leave the
Charcoal.
charcoal. Okay. I leave the charcoal and cook the pork ribs over the charcoal fire.
Turkeys, pumpkins, and corn on the cob are traditional Thanksgiving food.
That is grilling chicken wings in the backyard.
The meat will get burned if you don't flip it over.
What would be more mouth-watering than a plate of tender ribs dripping with barbecue sauce?
Yes, wow, this is interesting. This expression, mouth watering. When you see something, right? Watering. It's like se te hace agua la boca.
Yes, I would relate that word with that. Yes, it has sense.
Sure. And also, do you remember all of the vocabularies here? Like pumpkin, right?
Pumpkin
Pumpkin is zapallo, right?
and
Turkey, Yes,
Turkey,
pumpkin. Right?
turkey,
Turkey
no,
is pavo.
a pavo, turkey,
Yes,
pumpkins, and corn on the cob.
yes. Corn cob, right? It's pumpkins, Thanksgiving, and that's grilling. You know, grilling, right? When you cut, when you we say grilled meat, right?
It's like dorar.
Yes, grilling with over. Usually we say like by barbecues. So lit, lit the charcoal. Lit is like encender, right? To turn on the fire,
Okay.
but it's not it's not like fire or barn because usually it doesn't have it's only lit the charcoal because we don't usually we don't see fire, right, in
Yes.
charcoal, in the coal.
Usually there's not a lot of fire, just a little fire and maybe just the charcoal turns red. I think.
Yeah, and that's the meaning, right? Lit the charcoal.
Okay.
We don't set fire. And okay, there are interesting vocabularies to learn and remember. The backyard, good barn if you don't flip it over. For example, flip over is voltear, right?
Yes.
Flip over.
What
We
is the meaning of tender ribs?
where is that tender ribs? Ribs like that a play of tender. That's just a kind of portion of ribs.
Well, was ribs?
Ribs are costillas.
Yes, I
Yeah, right.
tender
Do you like
ribs.
pork ribs?
Yes,
In
I.
general, we say ribs, right? Even if we talk about the body parts, the ribs.
Okay.
Mhm. In anatomy. But let's check it out. What about number two?
And number two, the charcoal.
Charcoal, right? Charcoal. Sometimes only people say coal, but charcoal. I'm sorry, charcoal. And the number three,
Is barbecue sauce.
yes, barbecue sauce, right? And number four,
Is corn on the cob.
corn on the cob, yes. And the last one,
Mm, flip it over.
yes,
Flip over.
flip over, right? Yeah, but the pronunciation here is like charcoal, corn, grill, flip,
Mm,
sauce, right? Sauce, barbecue sauce. The other one is corn on the cob, usually, like not cob, like it's similar to a, right?
corn
Corn
on
on
the
the cob,
corn on the cob. Cob.
yes, cob. Is
Okay.
it in the middle of O and a cob? So this one is gonna be about. There are two people, right? Fiona and Mark, a couple. Where are they? They're in the backyard, talking about having a barbecue. Let's see what we. Okay, in this case, the first conversation. How's it going with the barbecue?
It's going well. The charcoal is ready. We can start anytime.
Great. Is there anything I can do to help?
Yes. Could you prepare the corn on the cob? I'll read it later.
Sure. I want to add some butter on it.
Go ahead. It tastes good. It will taste good.
It'll taste good, yeah. Okay, continue.
Okay. Fiona, is the corn on the cup ready?
Yes, here you are. It smells like something's burning.
Oh, I forgot to flip the meat over. Could you please prepare the barbecue sauce? I think the meat will be ready in about 10 minutes.
Sure, let's grill some sausages too. Grilled sausages are super juicy. I just love them. What does Fiona smell?
She smells something that is burning.
Uh-huh. What did Mark forget to do?
He forgot to flip the meat over, so it could
Mhm.
be burning.
Yeah. If you forget about, if you forget that, it can be dry also, right? If you cook for too much time.
Yes,
How do
the
you
the
prefer your grilled meat? Do you prefer juicy or cooked or fully cooked?
mm, I prefer a fully cooked, but a little juicy.
Juicy,
Uh,
yeah.
yes, I know people that likes the middle term. I think
Yes, middle time cook, right?
middle term cook, but I don't like it because you can smell the taste of
Of
the
blood.
yes of blood and the meat. I think it's not ready to eat.
Yeah. And could you try to eat some kidneys? Over here is very popular. Kidney is riñones.
Yes, I approve the kidneys, but I don't really like it a lot. But there is other I don't know how to say uh, we say menudencias like
Okay.
churiquis, hearts, and lamb, and yes, other things. No tripas. I don't know how to say.
Ah, yes, like how can I say this? I forgot about that. Like intestines,
Yes, intestine. But basically, they are intestine. Is intestines.
intestines, right? That sounds not very. When
But
you
it's
speak in
delicious.
English, sounds weird, right?
Yes, sounds weird, but maybe for an American people would sounds weird, but that's delicious.
Yeah, it is. It is. Yes, intestines, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. But have you ever tried also lungs? Sorry, pulmon, like lungs, right?
Lungs.
Uh,
Yes, I approve lungs, but I don't really like it. But I tried lungs from I don't know how to call it, chicharras.
I don't know what's that.
The chicharra. It's like grillo. I don't know how to
Oh
say,
yeah.
but it's different. It's other animal that makes a sound. It's popular here in Santa Cruz. So it's a
But
little insect, and you open it, and their lungs. It's like atún.
okay, tuna.
No,
But
atún
atún. Okay, okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
has the
Interesting.
same flavor.
Oh, yeah. But when I say lungs, pulmones, right?
Yes,
It's
yes.
like,
But that animal has
uh,
his lungs, and you eat that.
oh, really?
Sounds weird, but
Oh.
it's really good.
And is it possible to eat carachupas?
No, no, no. Calcipas, no. I don't really like them. They're disgusting animals. They are not bad, I know, but when you see them, I know.
Yeah, they're
They're
like a bit.
like giant rats.
Yeah, giant rats, right? Yeah, people used to tell me that in some rural areas, people eat that animal.
Mm.
I don't know if it's true.
Mm.
Maybe it's just a myth, right? Because people say many things.
Ah,
They
yes.
say to Brazilians they eat snakes. They do you eat like something like that? But I don't think people eat that, right? But
Uh,
I think you eat lizards, crocodiles, but maybe,
ah,
but not every day, not very common, I think. But
yes.
carachupas, no, I think no, it's not true, right?
Maybe it's not true, but
Uh,
sounds good.
yeah, to eat
Couldn't
carachupas.
imagine to eat something like that.
Yeah, it's crazy. Sounds crazy. And okay, of course, you have had a barbecue. And when do you usually have, personally, when do you usually have barbecues?
Mm, maybe when it's a special occasion, maybe my mother used to work all every week, all the week, and sometimes when she comes home in on Sunday, we usually make a barbecue because she really likes the meat. She's a meat lover, so we make a barbecue at the backyard, and we prepare that. Maybe the last time was last month, and we also invite some people, some friends to eat with my family and to stay at home.
Right. Interesting. And well, this was about the story. I don't know if you can retell that.
Okay. Mm, okay, maybe starts with a family that wants to have a barbecue, and there's a husband and the woman, and she asks the man help help him, and she is taking care of the the corn is on the cup, and the man is taking care of the meat, and in a time when the corn is ready, the man forgot to flip the meat over, so it is a little is burning, and the woman is preparing the barbecue sauce, and the man is taking care of the meat, uh, and the dinner, or sorry, the meat will be ready in 10 minutes. I think that the story talks about it.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Yeah, but I was thinking of something. There is many material. There is one more, but maybe it's going to be a bit tiring. I like you to share something so that I have over here. Something that has some audio. Let me see. Okay, then it's, as you said, it's very popular, right, to eat meat in Santa Cruz. But which one do you prefer? Which one do you consider more healthy? Red meat, white meat? When we talk about red meat, what do you think? What can you think about that? Especially when I mention red meat.
Red meat is maybe from cow.
Hmm.
Yes, I think, and white meat is from fish, fish. Sorry. And I think there's another meat that comes from pork. I didn't know it was pink, I think, but I'm not sure. But red is usually used to refer to the cow meat.
Yeah, but we don't say cow meat, right? We say there is another name.
Mm.
Usually we refer that beef, right?
Ah, yes, beef.
Hmm.
Yes,
Beef,
I think maybe the healthiest one is the white meat,
white
because
meat,
it has I don't know how to say, it was
fat,
something to sorry.
maybe less fat, menos
Yes,
grasa.
it's less fat, but it also has some vitamins, I think,
Yeah, yes, of course.
and it helps the collagen. I think it has collagen. I don't know
Yes,
how to
collagens. I'm not very sure about that, but
collagens. Yeah, yes, it has. So it could be better for some people, and some people recommend that.
yeah, beef. But in that case, can be like chicken meat, right? White meat.
Ah, yes, maybe yes. Chicken is also. Mm, I'm not sure about chicken. I think chicken is not as healthier as fish because usually the people fried it or adds a lot of grease to the meat, and it's not good.
Hmm. Yeah, probably. I'm just thinking about this. Yeah, yes. When we talk about food, it's like that, right? We have different kind of red meat, white meat, but also in the group of red meat is lamb, right?
Lamb,
Yes. Do you know what's lamb?
yes, the
Cordero, right?
cordero.
Yes, lamb. And the other one is, have you ever tried maybe goat meat?
Goat.
Hmm.
I don't know what kind of animal is goat. Did you sorry?
Chivo.
Ah, goat. No, I didn't try the
Yeah, me
goat.
neither.
Maybe I tried goat meat.
Really?
Yes, my mother used to buy goat meat, and she gave me that.
Yeah, it's possible. I think in Cochabamba it's very popular.
Yes,
How
my
about, yeah, yeah,
uh,
definitely.
and it was I think my mother told that it was good for asthma. And I was
Uh,
asthma, so she proved a lot of these I don't know how to say these experiments with me.
yeah,
Yeah,
but
she gave me the goat milk to treat the asthma.
wow, but I think something can help, right? Of course, the mothers can try everything for their son, of course. Can imagine.
Yes, yes, definitely.
Sure. I was looking for a vocabulary. I can't find. I don't know why. There was food vocabulary. It was a nice material, but okay, there we go. Okay, this is. Let me share my screen right now. This is. Just a moment, please. One, two. Okay, one, two. Okay, here we go. And we're gonna expand some vocabulary over here with this, by the way. And let me share. I already found it. I was looking crazy, but now I got it. There is food and cooking vocabulary. Look at this vocabulary bank. What do we have here? For example, there can be like seafood, fish and seafood. If it's smaller, maybe you can expand like this. Number one is crab, right? Have you tried crab? Have you ever tried crab?
Yes, I tried it. Yes, I don't like it.
Okay. How about mussels?
Muscles.
Mussels, mejillones.
The 5 one?
Yes, right.
So I didn't try it.
How about what is salmon? What number do you think is?
On. Hmm. Maybe is 4. That sorry, 2,
Hmm?
2 or yes,
Oh, yes. And how about shrimp?
shrimp, shrimp.
Camarones.
Maybe, the 6, 6,
I'm sorry, six, right? Just a moment.
6.
Six. And squid.
Squid is 3, I think. But
Yes,
I'm not
yes, it is. Squid's number three. How about tuna?
I guess number 4.
Hmm. Well, we will remember about this vocabulary. We're gonna check it out later also. What about beef?
Beef is number 10.
Number 10, very good. And chicken,
11.
11. How about duck?
Duck is 8.
Have you tried duck?
Yes, I tried that. I
I
don't like
never.
this a little, I don't know how to say, seco.
It's dry.
Yes, it's a little dry. But I don't know, maybe it was because of the restaurant.
Can be.
Lamb, lamb is number 9.
Yes.
And
Pork.
pork, number 7.
Yes. And fruit and vegetables. Well, I have to make it smaller because otherwise you won't be able to see everything. And let's see. The only problem is my computer is so slow.
Uh, sorry, I don't see the.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I'm gonna try to make my computer is so slow. Just a moment, please. Maybe I have to 79 to do something. Close it. I know what to do. I know what to do. Oh, nothing. It's not happening. Oh, I can save it. And I'm going to open one more time. Otherwise, it won't work. What a problem. Okay, but just one more minute. Okay, just okay. Here we go. Yeah. What about beat?
Beef.
Maybe it's yeah. What do you
Um,
think is beat? I'm gonna make it more smaller. Okay. There
mm,
is there are some numbers. Let's look at this. We have cabbage and uh, eggplant. Uh, there is grapes, right? Mm, some beans. But let's remember. It's important to remember that.
I don't remember what is beer. Beet.
Yeah, but beer, you know, right?
Beet. Ah, yeah, beet. Yes,
Beer, yeah,
yes,
but
beer.
yeah. Do you drink beer?
No, I don't drink beer. I don't like.
Okay.
I think it's like no, I don't like
Okay. But what do you think is beet?
beet. Maybe a kind of a little thing, one of the little ones.
Yeah.
It sounds foreign. I don't know. Maybe you could down a little bit the image.
Yeah, sure, sure, sure.
The 25 maybe.
Yes. Remolacha, right? Is 20.
It's 23. Sorry, no, I didn't know. I didn't
Yes.
know.
Don't, okay, but we are also learning and remembering.
Mm.
23, right? Beet. And what is cabbage? Remember?
Um, so I don't know. Can you
Yeah, yeah. It's like, yes, I can move this.
cabbage? Maybe 13. I'm not sure.
Okay. Mm, 13 cabbage, right?
Cabbage.
Is
I know
repollo,
it's
this one, 12, right?
yes, it's 12. Sorry. Mm.
Yes. Yeah,
Sorry,
but don't worry. It's just we are going to remember 12. And cherries.
the cherries are the cherries. The
What's that?
20. Sorry. What are the cherries? 22.
22. Yes. Yep. And cucumber,
Cucumber is
pepino,
yes, it's the 16.
16, right? And how about
Eggplant. It's not the 18.
18, right?
Yes.
And okay. And the next one, what about
Grapes
grapes?
are a little down. Are 20, well, a little down. I can see 26. Or,
26? No, 21, right? Grapes.
yes. Sorry.
Yes. 20, what was that? 21.
21, yes.
And green beans,
Green beans.
hmm,
And they are not the 25.
green beans, yes, right? 25. Beans usually are like ava, right? There are also a kind of bean, right? That's lemon green, we say usually. Like lemon green, lemon bean,
Lemon bean. They're habas.
habas.
No.
How about lemon?
Lemon 24.
24, yes, 24. And mango,
17.
good. Melon,
Yes. Melon is
13,
13.
yes, right. And how about pear?
Peach
No, sorry, peach, yes,
is 19.
19. And pear,
Here 14.
14. Raspberries,
Raspberries. There are 26. Yes.
26. Berries, right? And red pepper,
Red pepper is the chile 20.
20.
Just
Mm,
20.
no, it's red.
A red pepper. Ah, yes, red pepper. Yes, 15
Zucchini.
zucchini. 20.
20, yeah. Yeah, sometimes sounds like a noun, right? But not really.
Yes. I forgot a lot of the fruits and
Mm,
vegetables. I didn't
yeah,
practice them.
yeah, of course. But the thing is that we have to. We are talking about food, right? That's why. And this one, 1, 2, 1, 2. This is okay. Just a moment, please. We're gonna check it out, even the pronunciation. Okay, 1, 2.
1.2 Food and cooking. Food. Fish and seafood. 1,
crab,
5,
Mussels.
2,
salmon,
Maybe you can repeat, please.
Salmon. Salmon.
6,
Shrimp.
Shrimp. Shrimp.
3,
squid,
Squid. Squid.
4,
Tuna.
Tuna. Tuna.
meat. 10,
beef,
Beef. Beef.
11,
Chicken.
Chicken.
8,
Chicken.
duck,
Duck. Duck.
9,
Lamb.
Lamb. Lamb.
7,
pork,
Pork.
fruit and vegetables. 23,
Beet.
Beet.
12,
cabbage,
Cabbage.
22,
Cherries.
Cherries.
16,
cucumber,
Cucumber. Cucumber.
18,
Eggplant.
Eggplant.
21,
grapes,
Grapes. Grapes.
25,
Green beans.
Green beans. Green beans.
24,
lemon,
Lemon. Lemon.
17,
Mango.
Mango. Mango.
13,
melon,
Melon. Melon.
19,
Peach.
Peach. Peach.
14,
pear,
Pear. Pear.
26,
Raspberries.
Raspberries. Raspberries.
15,
red pepper,
Red pepper.
20,
Zucchini.
Zucchini. Zucchini.
Okay, zucchini. And there are some vocabulary too where we can see match the words and pictures. Number 1, for example, there are some vocabulary, something, for example, we have here. Now I think you can see. Number 4 is boiled, right? The egg, boiled egg. How about number 1? What do you think is? Oh, sorry, number 1 is
Baked, maybe.
Baked. Yes, baked.
Baked.
Two.
Two is um,
Fried, right?
fried. Yes.
And three.
Is roasted.
Roasted. Yes. Four.
Four is boiled.
Is five.
Five is steamed.
Yeah, right. Steamed. And grilled.
Six, grilled.
Grilled. And there we go. So we have some things here. We can listen and check, of course. Why not? This one, I think.
1.3. Cooking. 4.
Boiled.
Boiled.
3.
Roasted.
Roasted.
1.
Baked.
Baked.
6.
Grilled.
Grilled.
2.
Fried.
Fried.
5.
Steamed.
Steamed. Steamed.
6 grilled, right?
Is grilled.
1.3.
Okay, well, so it's very common in English to use like, what about potatoes? Do we, oh, sorry, eggs. What do we do? How do we cook?
I think we fry them and we boil them. Sorry,
Yes.
steam them. Steam.
Yeah, we can boil, we can fry. And how about chicken?
We can fry and roast. Or, sorry,
Roast.
roast.
Potato, we can
Maybe boil
and fry.
and fry. Also.
Even bake, right?
Yes, even bake.
Fish,
We can bake, we can fry, we can roast. No, roast. No. Oh yes, maybe roast even.
yeah, it's possible. We do a lot of things to potato. These are some phrasal verbs usually related to food vocabulary. Let me find out this one before we finish with everything. Eat out, for example, is when you eat in a restaurant, right? Would eat in restaurants, eat out. And cut down on is to have less, right? You can say, I'm gonna cut down on coffee, right? You will drink less and less coffee. Cut out is to eliminate from your diet, right? You can say, I'm gonna cut out smoking. Or also you can say, I'm gonna cut down on smoking, or I'm gonna cut out eating fat food, right? Or potato chips. Well, that's it for today. I hope you learned something, you practiced, remembered some interesting things in the class, as always. Okay, I'm gonna try to find out some of the videos of this material, but I hope I'm gonna get it. But the thing is that I don't know what happened with my computer is a bit slow. I'm gonna launch the poll, so I will ask you to please to check it. Well, I don't know if you have any questions, David. Please think about your oral presentation that's gonna be on Friday.
Okay, yes, I'm thinking about it, but I don't have. Maybe I'm not prepared yet.
Yeah, but
I'll be able to until Friday, I think.
sure, yes. Okay, did you complete? Yes, right. Thank you very much.
Yes.
And that's it for today, David. It was nice to talk to you and also remember a lot of things. So
Okay.
we talked a lot about food, and I'm hungry now.
Yes, I also. I'm so hungry. Okay, thank you, teacher, and good night. Have a good night. See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow, David. Bye bye.
Bye.